How's it going, traders? Papa Wall Street back with a focused list review. I dropped all the charts, but I always want to go over the names in video just to kind of talk through the chart ideas themselves. Obviously, my process starts with doing some manual scanning as well as on-chart scanning through my various watch lists. That produces a list. This week it was around 42 names, 42 to 45 names. And of that, I then do a manual review to see which names stand out, which ones have the best opportunity for a trade in the short term. So that now brought it down to, I believe, 14 names this week. And every week is a little different. Some weeks are closer to 10, some might be upwards of 15. I try not to put too many on the list. But in any event, let's start going through these one by one. And of course, these are not in any particular order. So first up, we have Lemonade. And so you can see we have a 9-month base that broke out back on August 12th. We have a push up to the first fib cluster near 61.23. We saw a rejection and a pullback to the 21 EMA here last week. So you can see 3 days pretty tight on that 21 EMA. You also have a 382 Fibonacci retracement that was from the prior high down to the low, not seen on the chart currently. You had a high volume candle break, which was nice. You had a push through that base, which was also nice. And then the back test. This is what I always talk about. You have the breakout, you have the back test, and now we watch for the bounce. And I think if we get a nice bounce here, let's call it over 54, 53, 54 this coming week, I think your risk to the downside is under maybe 50.96. Or if you want to keep it tighter, under the 21 EMA, right? 52.22 is basically your prior base break. So, but your reward to the upside is right back to the highs here, right? Between this fib cluster. And then if we eventually get, maybe consolidate there and then break out to the next level, then we're looking at 68 to 71 and then possibly 83 to 85 to the upside. So that is a Lemonade. Let's take a look at the next name, which is going to be ADUR. Now, I know we've talked about ADUR over the prior couple of weeks. This one, obviously, it had a slingshot setup. It went up and then it went back down, and now it's slingshot setup again. This one's just basing, right? So we had a nice wave 4 of 3 triangle. And it looks like we're setting up with a potential wave 5. Now, what I didn't like here, it's not an equal low. This was a lower low. So we want to be very careful with this setup. I think our risk to the downside is pretty much right here, right under $10. What I'd want to see is a breakthrough 11.97. More importantly, a breakthrough 12.45. And then we could target upwards of 14.63. Now, what I do like is that through that consolidation period, right, since June, volume has declined, and that's what we want to see. Now we just need probably some sort of catalyst to move us to the upside. So this is, like I said, June, July, August, so about just about a 3-month base. So this one, could be setting up for that potential move up to $15. So keep this one close on watch. Next up is AAOI. So AAOI is high tight flag here. I don't know what happened to this here, but so you had a high tight flag up here, right? 117% rise. You had about a 20% drop. This also was forming a cup and handle. The cup and handle broke out. Had a nice push up to the 2618 extension at $31 before ultimately failing, and now back testing. This is your SR flip, right? So you come in for resistance, you break out, and now you're back testing and we're starting to bounce. So I think your risk to the downside is under 2093. Your reward to the upside, if you break 2661, is going to be 31 and possibly 33.